Hi there, my name's Angie. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Video is a bit different. Yeah. A lot of people have gone for a new year, new me, and I'm kind of one of them. I'm just going to bring the camera in a little bit closer and you can see why. Yeah, I've got lots of new friends on my face at the moment, and excuse me, it's time to do something about them. So I'm going to do a bit of a project makeover on myself. Not only have I got skin issues, but, well, you can see I tried to give myself a lockdown haircut and it went horribly wrong. I've got weight gain, so there's lots of things that I am wanting to try and improve, including the teeth, like the yellow, and I'd like them to be a bit whiter. So I'm going to give myself 2 weeks to not only make over myself, but make over my space, ready for my new uni course starting. Yeah. So, problem areas. Apart from the spotty face, enough bags to bring home your shopping, teeth, extra weight gain, and I can't do a lot about the hair. I'm not even going to pick up another pair of scissors for that. So yeah. So that is like physical changes I want to make. Well, let me show you the space changes. Welcome to what lockdown has done for my room. Most people have took lockdown to improve the situation. Mine most definitely didn't. So this area especially I want to get sorted out, ready for uni, because that is like my study area. You can tell that does not match the rest of the furniture, so I want to try and make it match. And yeah, the storage solution's not really working, so let's do something about that as well. Step number 1, get outdoors, dear. Go for a walk. It's good for my mind, my body and my soul. Putting the cheesiness aside, this is on my doctor's advice. Obviously don't if you're a shielder, and before you say anything, under my country's current rules, you don't need to wear a mask outside, and we are allowed out for exercise, so that's cool. So I'm taking advantage of it while I can. Sunshine's going to give me some nice healthy vitamins for my skin. The exercise is going to help me, hopefully get fitter, if not else. And you know, it just makes me feel better once I've done it. And this glow up is not only just about what you see on the outside, it's about the inside too. Step 2, start eating some healthier meals. These are just some pictures of some examples of what I was eating to try and be healthier. Yeah, the scone's not so much, but it was better than shop. Step 3, skincare. First step, some good old simple cleanser. And I'm just going to use a washcloth because my recyclable ones are in the wash, like my reusable cotton pads, so that isn't good. Dollop that on, squish it in, rub, 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 and I'm just gonna give it a quick wipe over, just to make sure I get all of the mask off, even though I used water. I won't be doing the mask every night. I think that's probably too strong for my face, but yeah, rub, rub, rub. Boop. Get them corners and the lips. Next we have toner. I'm going to use a different corner. Just splash it on. There we go. It's probably going to be too strong after this vinegar, but we'll see what happens. Oh no, it's fine. I don't know why we use toner, but everybody says that we should use toner, so here I am using toner. I am not Serum here. I only wish I was Serum. My skin wouldn't be this bad if I was Serum. There's not much to stop it from getting this bad. Next up we have a Serum. Where's that? That is Moisturizer. I want the Serum. Serum. Next up we have is Serum. Bit of the old Eclat. Not old actually. Quite a modern brand as far as I'm aware. But everybody was raving about it, so. Oop. And this has retinol, which apparently is going to make me not go old as quick. Just dab some on the facey. Oh, didn't quite get enough in the pipette. I think that's called a pipette. Oh, there we go. And my hands have been washed previously, so I feel okay to just use my hands to smooth it in. All of these have been patched previously, for the record. Apart from the vinegar. Probably should have done that, but there we go. I'm just an idiot. We're just proving it. Get it all over the face. Next, what my skin is crying out for, because it is dry as F, some moisturizer. The problem with not having my glasses on, I can't see if that's in shot. Anyway, Revive 'em. It's an Amazon brand. Next step is what my skin has been crying out for, and it is some moisturizer. That is Revive 'em, which is an Amazon brand. And I'm just going to do a pump and a half, because a little really just go a long way. I'm just going to smooth that on. Don't forget the neck. Cannot forget the neck. Oh, that feels better. Soothing, soothing. For the eyes, we have a brand I've not really heard of, but the reviews are
And step 4 is just finding stuff that you enjoy doing. For me, that is Dungeons and Dragons, or having a cup of tea, or learning some new stuff. That would be my university textbooks, or even something as simple as reading a book. And, you know, good on.
And I like that it came with like that little cover on, so I know it's hygienic. And apparently the way to do it is just get a little dab and dot it on, and then dot it on. I can't actually see what I'm doing. Put that down and then just tap it in. There's going to be skin experts watching this go, well, if people do watch this skin expert wise, going, what the hell is she doing? But I'm trying my best here. And I'm hoping that will sort out the eye bags, the circles, and the wrinkles, because apparently it's meant to just be good for all. I'm not sure 2 weeks is going to be enough for it to like show its impact, but I'll finish the jar off and then maybe come back to you if you're interested. Boop. See we're just going to smooth that in. All nice and smooth. Up to the forehead there. Yep. And then final step, Vaseline. There was a problem with the lids. And then the final step, Vaseline. Which, yeah. I'm not going to do anything too weird with this because I know people use Vaseline for all sorts, which is bizarre to me, but just under it. There we go. And that is the nighttime skincare done. Oh, apart from one final thing. Deodorant. Which people might find weird, but I be a sweaty girl in the night. So it just helps me not be a sweaty girl in the night. And that is pretty much it. I have brushed my teeth off camera. And yeah, all done. Hi, it's the next day and time for the daytime routine. I would say morning routine, but it's actually like 2 o'clock, so not morning routine. I've, you know, cleansed and toned off camera because it's just the same stuff that I'm using. But now let's get on with the rest of it. Skin therapy, vitamin C. Apparently vitamin C is good for like evening out skin tone and meant to be helping with spots as well. Hydrates and illuminates your skin with, you know, aloe vera and stuff. So it was cheap. I'm willing to try anything cheap because I am a cheap queen. So I'm just gonna dab that on. Yes, my hands had been washed previously before I started. Again. Just get that in there. And I'll just rub the excess onto my neck. And do that, and that. While I'm waiting for that to sink in, I'm gonna do my lips. If I get the lid off. Jesus. I'm failing so hard at life. This is the... There we go. So, while I'm waiting for that to sink in, back with the Vaseline, and I'm just going to do my lips with it quick. Because, yeah, dry lips are happy lips. There we go. That feels like it's sunk in enough. You know, people are probably screaming at me going, you are doing this all wrong. And people might be right. For Day Moisturizer, I'm going to use some good old Simple. I like Simple, you can tell. And I'm just going to do a blob in a half blob again. And just dab it on. Boop, 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 boop. Don't forget the neck. I always do the neck first, so don't forget about it. Rub that in. Like so. Do-do-do. And then so it can dry. And then there we go. And then we're just gonna throw on some sunscreen. Because sunscreen is important, dudes. So yeah. Sunscreen. Just gonna rub that in. We'll put a layer on of that. And don't forget the neck. Right. And the back of the hands, in front of the hands, and then the cream. Because I almost forgot that. I've probably done this all in the wrong order, but at least you can see what I'm attempting to use. There we go. And again, make sure the lid's on. And again, failing with rouge. And just rub that in. Oh no, you dab it in. So wrong. There we go, get the eyebrows. Use it to turn the eyebrows a bit and make sure we get all of them wrinkles. And done.
And step 4 is just making time to do some stuff that you enjoy, whether that's having a nice cup of tea or learning some new stuff. That's my uni textbooks. Or even reading a book or being incredibly geeky by listening to obscure bands. These are awesome, go check them out. Or playing some Dungeons and Dragons or other roleplay games.
And a bit of extra help comes in the form of face masks. I don't know if you can see that through the cellophane, but this is full of air, and I've just put it in a Ziploc baggie because trust me, you do not want this stuff to spill. It'll go everywhere, and it is not easy to clean up. Anyways, I've just mixed a scoop of that, and that is 1/8 of a cup, and even that was too much, so a little goes a long way, into my awesome cup that my former ML got me, and you just put it in with a tiny bit of water, mix it up, and you get something.
By listening to some of your favourite tunes, that's my favourite band, and playing some Dungeons and Dragons. Hence the name Pumpkin Geek.
Before I start my nighttime skincare routine, and we'll see if it helps. I'm going to be on, well, I know a lot of people say to use apple cider vinegar with it, but I'm a bit scared that it might be too much for my skin if I do it every night, so I'm going to be doing it a few times with apple cider vinegar, but not like brag stuff because it's stuff really expensive, and sometimes with water. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We're filming, cool. So we're a week into this glow process, and parts of it are working better than others. My skin is feeling a lot softer, and generally this, not the nose, but like the cheeks, are less spotty, but the chin and the nose still have a lot of friends. And the eye bags, yeah, if I do that, you can see the eye cream, not quite doing it, so we're going to give them a bit of extra help. A word of warning, when I said this stuff is messy to clean up, yeah, it is also done that to the cloth I used to remove it. Just an FYI. A little extra help will also be coming from some eye patches. They're the Pound Shops ones. 4 pairs for £1, bargain. And some teeth whitening stuff that I bought before lockdown, before you say anything. And that is from Primark. Dissolving whitening strip. Let's see how well these go. So, the 2 weeks is over. let's review. Did I manage a glow up like I intended? No. I think I was pretty unrealistic in that regard. But let's, bring the camera closer into my ugly mug. Did the mask work? Yeah, actually, I'm going to call that a success. I mean, there is still some spots around my chin, but the ones around my nose and cheeks are definitely not as bad. In fact, most of them have gone from there, so that is a win in that regard. My skin is softer, and like the tone and redness is evening out. I think the product needs a bit more time, which I expected. Teeth still yellow. I tried using the teeth whitening strips. Not only were there 2 messy tears on these teeth, the top teeth were just too sensitive, so I'll have to figure out another method for that. And let's go for the eyes. It's getting brighter, so in regards to the dark circles, kind of getting there, but the wrinkles and bags are still there. Let's pop you back down. Nobody needs that much of a close-up of me. In terms of the weight loss, I'm not going to discuss numbers. This isn't that kind of video. I lost a little bit, but more importantly, the walks have had benefits for my mental health. Not only do my clothes feel a little bit looser, but just getting out of the house and having that time to myself is working miracles for me. I mean, it's not a perfect cure. That's not going to happen while I'm in the situation that I'm in. But just having that time for myself and getting the exercise, I used to dismiss it, but it's actually helpful, at least for me. And I think the biggest thing I've realised during this experiment is, self-care can be as simple as throwing on a bit of moisturizer and just taking that little bit of time to look after myself. And I've learned some new skills along the way. Like, I've started a new course, and so far it's been interesting, so I think I'm going to enjoy that. I've started cooking again, baking, which is something that I used to enjoy but sort of fell by the wayside. And I found things that may not calm me down entirely. I'm still this angry rage monster, but it's not as bad. So in terms of glowing up in that regard, yeah, I think I have. But in terms of looks, thought I was going to sneeze there. Hand sanitizer. In terms of looks and weight, that is definitely going to be a long-term process. But I think I'm on the right steps to achieve that. It's just going to take a while. And did I succeed? In glowing up my space? Judge for yourself. I am calling that a fail. Epically. I mean, we can blame the depression, we can blame the laziness, we can blame whatever. But did I get done what I intended to get done in here? No. But again, that's another work in progress. It's a case of too much stuff and not enough space, and can't decide which aesthetic I want to go for, and yeah, and fail. Anyway, I've been Ange. Thanks for watching if you've made it this far, and I will see you next month. Not sure what the video is going to be yet, but it will be something. So for now, thanks for watching.